Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin. Filmed this in my storage unit tonight. Tonight being Wednesday night, and it was new comic book day today. I missed out on going to the comic book shop last week because I was sick, but I went today and I got a bunch of stuff. I was a little bit disappointed that I couldn't go last week because I'll just show you. I was really keen to get this book, Aquaman issue 2. I was really impressed with the first issue. Look, I am biased. I am a big Aquaman fan, but I was very keen to read this. So to pick it up today and then to bring it home tonight to read, yeah, I'm in my element. So there we go. That's the first issue I'm going to start off with. But I'll just start. Let's just start. We've got Absolute Wonder Woman issue 5. This is the final part of the last Amazon story, and it's the only Absolute series that I'm buying. And when I told my local comic book shop this fact, they were a bit surprised because Absolute Batman is a big seller for them. Same with Superman, but for me, it's Wonder Woman. I like the artwork, the story. Yeah, it ebbs and flows. It's not all action, but you know, there's enough here to keep me very interested. So very happy to get that one. The next up is a facsimile edition of Amazing Spider-Man 129, a book I don't think I will ever own. I wish I did. I wish I have. Yeah, I wish I had this in my collection, but this is the best I can do for the moment, and I'm very happy to have it. Next up is Batman 157, the last issue of Chip Zdarsky's run. As I said in a previous video, I think this issue and especially Chip's his run, I think it's going to get lost to the ages because next month we have, next month we have the Hush sequel, and I'm hoping that it's going to do a really big business for DC and just get a lot of people interested in comics again. And I think it's a good time for Hush to draw the crowds in because there's a lot of fun stuff coming out of Marvel and DC at the moment, and the indies, like just the indies are crazy. But anyhow, we'll press on. We've got issue 5 of Batman and Robin Year 1. I don't know how long this goes for. I think from memory this is a 6-issue series, I think. No, to be continued. Yeah, this could be a 12-issue maxi series. I do not know. But I will continue to read it because I like Chris Samnee's artwork, and Batman and Robin, yeah, why not? Next up, Batman and Superman World's Finest issue 36. This has been a fun read because this story involves Aquaman. Bearded Aquaman, and I think it's Aaron Gutierrez on art duties. Is it? Adrian. I'm trying to show you a page. I saw it before. Look, I'll just show you this. Look at that. Aquaman on a seahorse. Yeah. Looking very, very good. Very good. Very, very good. And we have the Floronic Man on the cover, looking extremely detailed. I haven't thought of the Floronic Man in years, like almost decades. I had the Secret Origins of Floronic Man when I was growing up, and I thought, who the hell is this guy? Next up, we have Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, issue 5 of 10, with Bill Sienkiewicz on art duties, and I'm in for a treat. I'm a big Bill Sienkiewicz fan, and yeah, I think this is going to be something special to read. So if you can find it, or if you had this on your standing order, I highly recommend you read that. I know I haven't read it yet, but I can almost guarantee I'm going to love it. Next up, we have issue 2 of Cable, Love and Chrome. And this reminds me of the 90s 2-issue series Batman, Cable, Blood and Metal, written by Fabian Nicieza and drawn by John Romita Jr. Sorry, I had to activate the old brain and try to remember the creative team. this is the first issue was a fun read, so I'm interested to see where they go with this. Yeah, there we go. Next up is issue 3 of Challenges of the Unknown. I think this is either a 5-part series or a 6-part series. Um, Christopher Cantwell he's doing something interesting with the challenges, but the real challenge is to keep them interesting. When you have them with the Justice League, their shortcomings really come to the forefront. Um, these guys could be like the human version of the Fantastic Four, and they should be. They should be jetting off into space, in all these dangerous situations, and that's where the fun should be. But alas, it's not. And Christopher Cantwell is doing something with this series, which, whilst interesting, is also kind of, yeah. But it is what it is. Anyhow, okay. Next up, we have Creepshow in Love. It's a special. I don't know if this is coming back. Let's have a look. There's no real comments about it coming back. This might be the last Creepshow that we get. But I have it on my standing order, so if the new one comes in, I will definitely be buying it. And yes, I've read every single one. Next up, we have Daredevil issue 18, and Aaron Kruder, Aaron Kuder, has just announced that he is finishing his run on Daredevil. He showed it on his socials, and I think it's like issue 22 or issue 23 that he's finishing up his run. And I tell you, the artwork from this guy is superb. So he'll be sorely missed on Daredevil because it's been looking really good. Next up, we have DC Horror Presents Creature Commandos, issue 5 of 6, the penultimate issue. If you're a DC horror fan, such as myself, this is the book to read because it has all your favorite DC horror characters in it. So, yeah, there we go. Deadpool Team Up issue 5, the final issue of the series, and Rob Liefeld, I'm so sorry to see you go, mate. We are all gonna miss you. What are we gonna do without you? I flicked through this when I got home, and you know what? I have to show it. I have to find it. I should have really bookmarked it. It's just like, mate, what is going on here? You are just not trying at all. And what's the better? Like, there it is. There it is. Look at Shatterstar here. What the heck is going on here? It's just a complete and utter mess. And I know Rob Liefeld's known for his misshapen anatomy, but yeah, come on, just my God, mate, my God. And look, even Spider Gwen on the cover here. Like, what's going on with their chest? Yeah. Look, Deadpool looks okay because, I mean, Rob's probably drawn him like a million times plus. But yeah, his other characters, he kind of he just phones it in. But you know, I have to say, if I had any measure of success that Rob had, I would be in my element. He's up here, I'm down here, and it's like that way for a reason. The next book, Epitaphs from the Abyss, issue 8. And the artwork in this is crazy. It's all over the place. It's an anthology series, so you've got like 4 stories in here, and each art style is completely different. And my God, this cover, I've forgotten that I forgot that this was in my order. I opened it up and I saw this. I was like, geez, that is a freaky cover. Yeah, insane. Now, next up, we have issue 18 of The Flash. And I was telling my wife about how boring this series is. And it's just like nothing's happening. And for a guy that can run around the world in an instant, for nothing to happen for like 10 issues, it's a measure of success in some form of fashion. Now, I will show you very quickly. we have that's the final part of the story. I don't think I'm spoiling too much, but we have a preview for Absolute Flash, which I am going to be buying, and this thing looks really exciting. It's written by Jeff Lemire, and just like look at that. Like, and look, I'll admit the artwork in this issue is really fun. But when I saw that preview for Absolute Flash, yeah, instant buy. I'm glad I got it on my order. Next up, issue 21 of Green Arrow, and we've got Chris Condon on writing duties and Montos on art duties, and it's looking good. I won't show it because I've got a lot to get through, but yeah, from an art point of view, this looks fantastic. Cannot wait. Cannot wait to read it. Next up, issue 20 of Green Lantern, again by Jeremy Adams, and yeah, not instantly, but always a great issue when it's written by Jeremy Adams. He knows this character. He knows these characters. He knows how to tell a compelling story and a fun story at the same time. So, yeah, it's going to be tough to decide what to put on the top of the pile to read, but I think we have it right here. Now, because I didn't go in last week, I didn't pick this up until today. It's a Green Lantern Cause, issue 1, and Fernando Passarin, heavily detailed artist. Yeah, not so much in the way of action. Like the panels can be maybe a little bit lifeless, a little bit, but just an insane amount of detail and so much to look at. And even when it's just the characters standing around talking, it's mind blowing how detailed this guy draws. And I am a big fan, and I will continue to get this if he is on art duties. Next up, we have Justice League Unlimited issue 4. And my criticism of this series was that there was too many characters doing too much all at once. But now that I've got this 4th issue, I've looked at it. There's a rhythm going on here, and I'm kind of enjoying that. There's this cast of thousands. It makes it very interesting, and there's no let up. Next up, Moon Knight Fist of Khonshu issue 5. The last issue 4, it was just Moon Knight threatening to punch someone in the face. So this is the actual punch in the face. This is the Biffo issue. Yeah, bit of fun, and I'm glad I'm sticking with Moon Knight. Next up, we have issue 3 of The New Gods by Ram V, and this is a 12-issue series. I've kind of been spoiled for this issue from another comic book channel, and it was my own fault. I watched the video even though I knew that I hadn't read this, but I will read it and I will make my own mind up. And so far I have been enjoying it, so I think that will continue. Now, Nightwing issue 123. I cancelled this with 122. It just seemed to be more of the same, and there was no real, like, there's nothing to really keep me locked in to Nightwing. But I saw this cover, and I saw that it's a little bit more outlandish in terms of story, and yeah, I picked it up. I just thought, yeah, this looks fun, and I want to have a little bit of fun when I'm reading my comic books. Next up, we have Silverhawks by Dynamite, and I really liked this cover, but when I saw that Ed Brisson was on writing duties, it was an instant buy. Ed Brisson is the kind of guy who you tap on the shoulder and you say, I want you to write this character and I want it to be fun. And he brings the fun every single time. Now, I have no idea about the Silverhawks. Let's just say very, very little info on the Silverhawks. But for me, it's the Ed Brisson name that is the tap on the shoulder that I need to pony up the dough. So we'll see. We'll see what that's like. Next up is Superman issue 23 by Josh Williamson and Dan Mora. And there's a lot going on here with Superman and Superwoman, and Doomsday and the Time Trappers. Uh, I'm continuing to read this. This looks a lot of fun. As I said, I've flicked through it, and yeah, I might have been spoiled by the last page, but boy, what a last page it is. I'm not going to show it to you, but yeah, if you've been reading this, you know just how good it is. Excuse me. Next up, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Nation issue 4, and okay, so we've got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Jason Aaron. We've got the Saturday Morning Adventures, and we have the Night Watcher series, and then we have this. For my money, oh sorry, and we also have the Last Ronin, like the continuation of that. I've stopped reading that, but for my money, this is a series to read. This is by Tom Waltz. I think it's by Tom Watts. I'd be very mistaken if I was. No, Tom Watts. And yeah, he knows what I want in a Turtles book, and he delivers every single issue. I don't know why people aren't talking about this series, because it is damn fun, and it's violent and kinetic, and it just keeps going and going. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this series. So yeah, there we go. Now I'm taking a chance with this one. Thunderbolts Doomstrike issue 1, part of the One World Under Doom. I'm not getting the One World Under Doom because it's written by Ryan North, and I've had enough of that guy. I'm reading him on Fantastic Four, and that's it. I won't read anything else by him. I just find his writing to be very bland, dull, soulless, funless. And this concept of Doom taking over the world, it could be so much fun. Now, this is written by Colin Kelly and Jason Langzig. And I didn't know, but we have Songbird back as part of the Thunderbolts. And this guy looks like Citizen V, but, you know, I could be very much mistaken. But I will read this, and I'm crossing my fingers, and I've got my optimism hat on that this is going to be a fun read. Next up, Weapon X-Men issue 1 by is it Joe Casey and Chris Cross. Again, One World Under Doom, but I've heard that it's very loosely based on One World Under Doom. And just look at this lineup: Wolverine, Cable, Chamber, Deadpool, Thunderbird. Yeah, instant buy. It's an instant buy for me, and I've heard so much good things about this. This might be on the top of my reading pile tonight. Now, I've taken this out of the bag. Werewolf by Night, this is the Red Band series. It's issue 7. And as you can see, we have Lilith on the cover. And she's holding Werewolf by Night and Elsa Bloodstone by the neck. With these Red Band books, do you keep them in the sleeve or do you take them out and read them? I read them. You know, I'm not going to preserve these books other than a bag and board. And this series has really surprised me. It's been so much fun, and the artwork has been very nice. So I am glad and happy to have this on my standing order. Next up, we have X Factor issue 7, and now it's issue 299. So next issue, issue 8, will be the big 300th issue. Yeah, I don't know how that works out. I might have to do a little bit of calculation myself. I think yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. I think there's been more than 300 issues, but I could be wrong. I think this series is about to end with like issue 10. I just get the feeling it is. But there's a character in this that I haven't seen in a long, long while. And I'm very surprised he's in there. And I'm looking forward to reading it. But this has been a fun series. It hasn't been too serious and a little bit meta. Yeah, there we go. X Factor issue 7. Now, I know this is getting cancelled, and it's X-Force issue 8, and as soon as I found out it was getting cancelled, I jumped on it. I put this on my standing order. I just want to see how it ends, and I know that the print run is going to be low, very, very low, and yeah, that's when I strike. I don't know if I will get NYX on my standing order. Maybe the last issue, maybe issue 10. But yeah, I don't know if I can support it all the way through to the end. But yeah, this one I will because yeah, it's X-Force. Now, two more to go. So thank you for sticking with me. We have Zatanna issue 1, and um, the artwork is kind of fantastical, kind of whimsical, but the way she's positioned on the cover is a little bit odd. Um, yeah, I don't know why she's in that position, but let's just put her like that because it looks a little bit more comfortable. Um, but yeah, a Satana book I will pick up. Um, and yeah, we'll see how we go. If it's any good or not. I don't know when I'll get around to reading it. But the last issue I want to show off is this. It's The Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. Now, I remember when this originally came out, and I actually think I either owned it or own it still. But this is a couple of series. So we have the original Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe, and then we have the Marvel Universe versus the Punisher by Garth Ennis and Parlov, Goran Parlov, I think his name is. Yeah, I'll just show you real quick, just very quickly the inside cover. So this is a nice thick trade. I'm really liking that they kept the 90s cover. I don't know who painted this, but it's of its time. Let's just say that. It's a very nice looking book, and the cover is like a certain kind of stock. This will be a joy to read, especially if you're a Punisher fan, because at the moment Marvel aren't doing a lot with the Punisher, and it's a bit unfortunate because in like 2 weeks' time we're going to have the Daredevil Born Again series hit Disney Plus. I'm so excited for that. If ever there was a time to do a Punisher series and bring Frank back in his gruesome best, now is the time. But Marvel, they're doing stuff like this, which is fine. I'll take what I can get. But yeah, would have been nice to get a new Punisher series. But that's fine. Okay, so that's been the video for today. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you wish to. I'd very much appreciate it. As always, thank you for sticking with me, and I'll catch you at the next one.